Belinda?
I can
And
hear you.
have you had a discussion on erectile dysfunction yet?
Uh-huh.
You did?
Yeah, but I can do one in the 50 plus room.
Yeah, you may want to talk about that because a lot of people seem to feel like you have to be old or a senior citizen to, have that. But the truth is I've seen and
Erectile
heard,
dysfunction can happen to you anytime.
yes.
Anytime.
But a lot of people relate that to being old or a senior citizen, and I think
No.
that you could talk to
Mm-mm.
the youth more about that.
The thing is, men are, they have this thing in their head that their penis defines who they are. And if they admit that they having a problem with Johnson, um, they don't want to that they don't want to admit it because younger men are starting to take Viagra 40 they 30 they messing themselves up. Stop it. They don't need to take that at 30. If nothing wrong with Johnson, why mess with it?
Right.
They do it so it can last longer, but your partner, I tell them, there are things, I keep telling these young women, there are things that you can do to help men keep a erection longer. But nobody say, oh, Miss Billy, you so nasty. Yeah, I'm nasty, but you need to know these things because I know these things. I know how to do that. Mm, uh-uh.
Well, what can you give me some examples of what a woman can do to help them, Miss Belinda?
So the prostate. For one thing, males need to work out a lot to keep the testosterone level up. You need to work out at least 4 times a week to keep the testosterone level up. And then when the sexual doing a sexual thing, one thing that the female can do is massage the prostate. It's right under, it's right between, when you lift up the penis, it's right there between the you don't people say, oh, you're going to the booty. No, it's right there. All you got to do is massage it. Whatever you doing to it is massage it, and that helps them keep it that keep it erect because that massaging is good for him. Even when a man is sitting down, he can sit on a ball and massage it himself. That helps. But some of these 45-year-olds, these 40-year-olds, especially these people start getting to be 45 and start telling you that they 45. Uh, they don't want to listen to none of this that you got to say. So it wasn't that many people there because they didn't think they were having any problem or they don't want to admit it. But you're gonna have some men are gonna have some problems somewhere along down the line because psychologically, um, you do have a little problem somewhere, and it'll affect your sexual life, especially men. Women, not so much, because well, I take that back. When you go through, when you get about 47, 48, you going through that menopausal stuff. You don't want to have sex. You don't even want to be bothered. As a matter of fact, you don't even want to look at the man. You want to beat him up all the time. Sometimes you know that. Once the one that's done got to be close to 47, 48, 45, past that age, when you get to be premenopausal. I did that too.
Well, thank you for those tips. I appreciate you. See, that's what you get with the seasoned senior citizens. Rejoice. But I know Rejoice already knew that. And you were already aware of that information. Thank you, Miss Belinda. Thank you. I
I don't know where
appreciate you.
Rejoice is. Rejoice probably in another room. Who knows where she is? Probably on another site. Ain't no telling what Rejoice doing.
I know, who knows. But
She
what we're
might be
gonna do.
she might be massaging one right now and don't
Oh
even
my
know
God, Joyce, what you over there? What them hands doing? Joyce. Miss
it. Ain't no
Belinda.
telling what she doing. Hmm?
Oh my God. Rejoice. Oh
Ain't no telling
man.
what's he doing.
Well, ladies, we are hosting AI artist listening session today. If you all have anything you'd like to share, um, um, I believe, let me know, Philo, if you are equipped. I know you got some things going on to play it from your end. Um, or you can play it from your own PTR. I know Miss Belinda is usually able to. Rejoice may not be able to. I'm not sure. I can't. Oh, I got a chat. And if you have anything you want me to put up top, you can put it in the chat and I can share it at the top. But we are doing a cipher. We're going around in a cipher based on who comes in at what time they come in. And we're just going to keep it going. So let's just share your music, keep the cipher going.
Oh, okay. Rejoice says she had something that she wanted to play.
And Philo is definitely sharing music as well.
I got something new I haven't listened to yet. Um, that I wanted to see if y'all what y'all thought about it. That I have not listened to.
Well, play it.
Okay. I, get out the way. What the hell a fly doing up in here? Get on my nerves. How to get in the house? Oh, I'm supposed to be stop complaining. This this is this damn this is almost 6 minutes
Shout out
long.
to the
Well, I played
seasoned senior
both of them
citizens
long.
of
I
radio.
played this one
You
and
are
see what
now
it
tuned
sounds like.
into Fanbase Hidden Gems
Everybody has an opinion.
Behind AI.
Everybody has a verdict. But before you become the judge, remember, you never lived my life. You saw me smile, but never saw the tears. Never counted all the lonely years. You heard a rumor, called it truth. Never stopped to ask me for the proof. You measured me by yesterday. Never saw how hard I fought today. A broken heart can still believe if somebody gives it room to breathe. Don't pass judgment on my soul. You don't know what made me whole. Every scar has earned its place. Every fall revealed God's grace. Don't write my ending from one page. People grow with every age. If love is everything you claim, then love me before you blame. Never felt these sleepless nights. I'll search the darkness for a little light. You never walked these weary roads or carried
Shout out to Miss Belinda, Queen Belinda in the building, seasoned senior citizen of radio.
Don't pass judgment.
Okay, Miss Belinda.
Choose love. Choose grace. Choose understanding.
That's why I wanted to do this room. It's Miss Belinda said herself before she played that. She said, I just created it. I haven't had a chance to listen to it myself. So the whole purpose of the reason why I wanted to hear people's AI music is not just for the cipher purpose, but to really provide feedback. And I think feedback goes a long way. Depending on what you want to do with the music. For me, listening to that from the inception of its start, it said, "Don't judge me before you judge me," or like I'm not in a position. I don't want to be in a position. What's up, D Silence? I don't want to be in a position to be judged. And when you listen to the lyrics in that, mercy, forgiveness, love conquers hate, all these things is messages that keeps people thriving as individuals. These are build up statements and not tear down statements. These are statements that will uplift. These are statements that can add to somebody's situation. These are motivational statements that somebody can have a mind switch, a mind shift with hearing those type of words. When you have those type of words, then that breeds for better community, that breeds for better conversation, that breeds for better understanding, that breeds for getting things done together where collaborations actually mean something, because you know someone is not coming from a place of trying to use you, trying to get something from you without giving something back, trying to take what you got and put their name on it. No, if you know somebody is about love, is about mercy, about forgiveness, about kindness, about joy, about peace, when you have these type adjectives and people show themselves to be that,
Come
then
on,
you can
Philo.
actually get something done and feel good about it. So I enjoyed the lyrics in that song. I enjoyed the delivery in that song. It wasn't rushed. It wasn't like trying to be um modern delivery. No, it was just how I feel, how I felt. And really the world needs to songs like that, more of that. And people need to not just listen to music like that, but talk like that and allow their lives to reflect that. And not only will the world be a better place, the community be a better place, but you'll be a better person because you'll understand how to get around what promotes your energy opposed to drain your energy. And when you have those type of talks, those type of adjectives, those type of narratives being said, then that only builds you to be a better individual and a stronger individual. So now you'll know where to spend your time, where to put your energy, and sidestep what doesn't mean you any good. Miss Belinda, I really enjoyed that song because it really, had me thinking like, do people really believe that nowadays? Mercy, forgiveness, don't judge, don't hate, but love conquers all. If you'll just, focus on you as an individual, try to help who you can. You don't have to be a people person, but mess with who mess with you, so to say. but just do it from a genuine heart, an open mind, and things can happen. So I enjoyed it for me.
Thank you.
You welcome. You welcome. You welcome.
Woo wee. Mm-mm-mm. Shucky on this Friday. Look at him dropping some gems and hazy silence. But I was gonna say too, back in the day when you were little, well, not too little, but when you got into music, whatever age that was, and remember when we used to be like, we don't care. Well, at least in our area, the people I was around, they would say, I don't care about the words. I just want to hear the beat, the beat. Everybody was focusing on the beat and maybe the instrumentals. And then after you get older, you be like, wait a minute. I'm dancing to this and it's saying this. AKA, we know about, P. Diddy's of the world and R. Kelly's and what their music symbolized. So that being said, I like the way that we're able to create music based off of what we want to see. Going back to me always saying be the change you want to see, now we can do that in our lyrics. Now we definitely should be paying attention to the lyrics, right? We definitely should be paying attention to it because it means a lot. And I love this for us. I love it, y'all. But anyway, Queen, I sent you an email, based off what we were talking about. Like I sent you an email because I know the DMs be disappearing messages and stuff. Isaac, right? But we know he working on it. We know he working on it. But I sent
Yes.
you three YouTube links that I feel like
Yes.
just continues this feeling about like where Belinda started, just being intentional about when you write music. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But yeah.
I appreciate that, Joyce. Thank you. And I definitely honor those sentiments as well. I think empowerment music is very important, especially in today's time, for the youth, for everyone, not just for the youth, just for everyone. Empowerment and inspirational music is what we all need. And it's actually what is popping these days for those that don't know in the back. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really wants to get into toxicity or toxic type music. That's kind of burnt itself out. So shout out to Miss Belinda once again for sharing more of that inspiration, empowerment, and that wisdom, bringing it to the music. And for the seasoned senior citizens of radio, we are on air. So as I said before, we are promoting AI artists. We are doing a cipher here with music reviews by the infamous Philo. So you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys can take some something from the critics or the empowerment, or just take something from this room today that will help you and inspire you to continue on your music journey and continue to do what it is that you love to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this torch. I'm not gonna do too much talking. And rejoice. I need right now Isaac and them. They got my chat open and my back chat. So if you could send it in my back chat, that would be very helpful. I'm am shifting through screens while on air, as I explained to you before. So if you can put it in my back chat, that would be easier for me to access on my end.
Right. And so Queen has the gold crown. She's saying that they allowing her to actually receive messages, whether in the chat, in the back chat. So if you have a link, then back chat it to Queen and she will get to it. I'm gonna do a lot of talking. The reason why I'm gonna do a lot of talking is because I don't want to just tell somebody, "Oh, that sounds good," because at the end of the day, I don't know if you telling the truth or not. I don't want to be that person. Sometimes you can just say it sound good just to not be negative, which is a good thing. But I believe in substance. Anything that resonates with you, you should be able to speak on why it resonates with you, opposed to just saying that sounds good. So I know we have a lot of ciphers. I know there's a lot of AI creators, and shout out to everybody who's creating, because who you are as an individual will reflect in your music, and it should. But for me, I wanted to do something different, and that's actually tell why and give feedback on what I'm listening to, because not only does that help me to process what I'm listening to, but it also helps the creator to continue in a lane that they choose to be in with their creations. And so when you can give feedback, positive feedback, then we'll get more creations from Miss Belinda. We'll get more creations from a Rejoice. We'll get more creations from a D Silence. We'll get more creations from a Queen. You know what I'm saying? And those creations will be in a lane that can uplift, that can motivate, that can inspire, that can encourage someone. And it should be like that, especially when you have what I've been hearing all day, senior citizens. If you a senior citizen and your music is degrading, bringing people down, um, just raunchy, then what are we doing? Like, what maturity level have you hit, or what are you displaying? Are you doing that because that's who you are? Are you doing that because you think that's what needs to be done to fit in with the younger listeners? Which I hope no one is doing that, because please don't start calling me now. Authenticity, let me cut my do not disturb on right quick. But authenticity speaks for itself. Authenticity and originality will speak for itself. And I'm a firm believer that there's a lane for everything. No matter what you're doing, is some people out there that's waiting to hear from you, no matter what you do. Because everybody is not here to please everybody. It's impossible to please everybody. You just can't do that. But you can have your own group of people who support you, who resonate with you, and those type people who share like-mindedness, who stand for the same things. You will find yourself being like a magnet and having those people gravitate to what you're doing. And so that's why I always say do you. And Suno or any other tool, AI program, AI software, whatever you want to use right there, allows you to be able to do that as an individual. So yeah, Miss Belinda, I'm excited because I know you to play golf. I know from every time I have seen you in the room or talked to you in the room, it's mainly been about golf, or I didn't know that you were actually creating music. This is my first time ever hearing a Miss Belinda creation. I know that when I was doing rooms and you used to come in my room, it was mainly you and Bernie joking with each other, and you telling him about you. I don't want your mama trying to beat me up, stuff like that. And I found that to be very encouraging to see you all joking like that, to see you all having that type of dynamic. But I never known you created music. So I don't know if the inspiration came from you being a Bernie fan, or came from you and Bernie having that relationship to the point where you was like, hey, well, let me do this and let me try this myself, because I do know that you play golf and that you very adamant on doing tournaments and things to that nature. Because I remember you being in my room saying, "Hey, I gotta go. I need to go to bed because I gotta get up and play in this golf tournament." And so I'd have known you for that. But to hear this type of music, and to hear how before you even played it, how you were talking about men being 47, 48, you were talking to me, because that's actually my age and my age group. That some of us don't want to, well, let's say, have too much pride, don't want to admit if they are suffering from certain type ailments, that they'll just keep it to the chest and won't do anything about it or try to take advice for someone. And to hear you say that, I believe that women, you're not the only woman that think that. I believe that women, it's a lot of women who probably think that, who probably believe in companionship, and it's not all about that. But hey, we can do something about that. And some people are too embarrassed to approach things or to say things. That's why I believe in friendship. I believe in connection, because if you have that friendship, then you wouldn't mind sharing things. And as men, if you don't share things, then you can get caught up in life and not going to the doctor, not getting routine checkups, and then these things that could have been prevented or caught early, then you fall victim to it because you were too prideful, too ashamed, too embarrassed to speak on these things, and someone could have guided you or gave you some knowledge that you could have applied or sparked a thought for you to go get checked out. So just keep doing what you're doing, Miss Belinda, because it is needed. Those who those who respect it, those who are aware, those who really want change will latch on to it and appreciate you, whether they come back and tell you later. Some people might not say nothing while they going through because some shit is hard to process. But if they actually pick up what you putting down and apply it, and they may be in applying it without you knowing it, and then they may come back and say, "Hey, you know what, Miss Belinda? I heard you speak on something. I was going through something, and you sparked um you sparked it in my brain to go get checked out. You sparked it in my brain to try this or that, and it actually worked. It actually did XYZ, and they'll possibly share an outcome or a positive outcome just by you being a positive person and sharing information that people need, whether they know they need it or not. So just keep doing what you're doing because it's very inspiring, it's very encouraging, and it's much needed. So Joyce, I'm gonna step out your way, Rejoice. And Queen, did Joyce send you those songs in the back chat? Because again, I talk all day. I promise you I will, because these are the conversations that need to be had. These are the conversations as you get older you should want to hear, inspiring, encouraging type music opposed to music that will be destructive in some form or fashion.
So, unfortunately, Isaac and them are not allowing me to see messages in my back chat.
I
So, I
told
don't
you.
know. Yeah, you did. So maybe I can pass it over, I'm going to try while I can to make you moderator. I know iPhones work a little different. So maybe you can see it on your end, Philo, because I
Okay.
can't see any chats, the back chat, the front chat. And because I am on air, I'm um
Don't worry about it. Don't
recording.
worry about it.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah, I
I got you.
can't
Say no
keep
more. You passed
swapping
the crown.
screens.
So Joyce, if you send it to me in my back chat, let me see if I can receive the link. Just go ahead, send it to me, and I will go ahead and put the video up. Queen is on air, multitasking. And so yeah, we'll do that. Um, we can go ahead and get it done. So let me check.
So, Isaac, I really want us to be able to do this, but it sounds like we're going through so much, so much just to be on this darn and do our community thing. So, can you help a sister and brother out? Dang. So I can't even see any of the links I sent both of y'all. I can't see it. So I don't know what links I done sent again. I see nothing. So my thing
Don't worry
is, if
about it.
I send it to you, I don't know what links I've sent already. So if you see it, good. At least you see it on your end, but I don't even see what I sent you.
All right, so you
And the
sent
other
me
thing, the other
go
another
ahead, Queen.
way it could be navigated is if you temporarily publish it on your Suno, he should be able to pull it from your Suno. Or yeah, if you want to do that, Joyce.
Well, here's the deal with me. If I'm gonna play it, being that it is a Suno link, Joyce, and not a YouTube link,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
unfortunately, we can only watch part of YouTube links. So if it's
yep,
a YouTube link, it'll play it. If it's a Suno
yep.
link, then you have to email it to me to the email I gave you. Do you still have that email?
I'm sure I
If
do. Google knows
okay,
about copying data. Google has no problem giving us that saved addresses. I will say that about Google. If I
right,
sent something 8 years ago, it's still there. Okay. But no,
right.
I
So
was going to say, is that what you want me to do? You're going to play it from your end instead of playing the video? Is that the best way then to do Suno?
right, unless you have a YouTube link. If you got the YouTube link, I don't mind playing YouTube. Just send it to me in the
That,
back chat, and I got you. I
yeah,
put
that's
it
what
up
I'm
at the top of
saying.
the room. Yeah, if you got the YouTube
Yep.
link, yes, send me that, and I'll go ahead and put it at the top of the room.
Yes, sir. I sent three of them, but I don't know which ones they are. They're in
Okay,
your inbox now. That's why I wanted to
okay.
know if you could see it on your end. Yep.
All right,
Right.
no problem. No
Because I
problem.
can't see
I
anything in
do.
my back chat.
Hold on. YouTube. Boop, 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 boop. So the last thing that I seen that I got from you, Joyce, was on July the 2nd. And that was a Suno link and then me sending you my email address. So if you sent anything to my back chat today, then
Yeah,
I see something that say YouTube 2 minutes ago,
there
but it
you
won't
have
let
it.
me see it.
There you go.
So
Same thing
I
happened to
see what
us.
y'all talking about. I see what y'all hold on.
Yep.
Let me get out. Let me get out. Now I'm experiencing what you all are talking about. I never experienced it. Now I see what you all are saying. It shows that you have the message. It shows the message. When you click on the arrow, the airplane, it'll show the message 2 minutes ago. But then when you click in there, then you can't see it. And I don't know what is that. I don't know why. And I guess like y'all say, it be glitching, it be doing whatever it be doing. Um, so
So I
Joyce,
guess
I guess the only way we can do this is now, being that you tried and it failed and it's technical difficulties, we'll just work around the technical difficulties by you just emailing it to me, and then I'll play it from here if you don't mind. Um,
I'm in the
and then
email
we can
now. I
do it
just
that
need to
way.
start. Yep, I'm in the email now on another screen. My audio might be messed up, but just give me the first parts of it. And if I have it on this email, because I got multiple different
No
emails too,
problem. No
just
problem.
start. Okay, I'm typing now. Okay.
It's fresh. Fresh.
Oh, yeah, I remember now.
Take,
Yep, I
Take, and
remember.
then Philo,
I got it.
Phel. Okay, there you go.
Yep, it
So
pulled
send it
up.
there. Yep, send it there, and I'll be able to play it from here. I'll be able to play it from here. So now we know we have technical difficulties. Mello, what's good? Alvina, what's good? Welcome to the room.
Hello.
Eh, How you doing? And we'll be able to I'll be able to play it from here once I get that email, and we'll just go from there. What we're doing, if you just joined in the room, we're just going around allowing people to share their creations, providing feedback on their creations. Anyone can give feedback how they feel. Besides just, oh, that sound good, or I didn't like that. Um, I want to know why. Like, tell why. because constructive criticism goes a long way. You actually can help someone improve if you know something that they don't, that you wouldn't mind sharing, or to also tell why you like it. How did it resonate with you? What emotion did it make you feel? And anything that resonates, then I feel like you should be able to speak on that. And if you don't speak on it, then I'm gonna question whether you believe what just came out your mouth or not. Not to be not in a malicious way, or with malice intent, but it's just to say, you know, if you said that, then why do you feel like that? You know what I'm saying? And just be able to share that because that helps the creator. A lot of times that's worth more than anything is to be able to get real feedback from people who consume music straight up. So, anybody can share their music. Joyce is sending me some music right now. Gonna play once I get it, I'm going to play it and then, we'll just move it around like a cipher and you know, and keep the ball rolling for the time that we'll be utilizing the space. So shout out to Queen. Fan base hidden gems behind AI artist Cypher, and music reviews. We're just reviewing music. Brought to you by Black Roots Radio. All right. So that's what we got going on. And Mello, you more than welcome to share. Jump in the cipher if you choose to. You know what I'm talking about. And we're gonna keep this thing moving. Let me see if the emails came through yet. Uh, 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 uh. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check.
Thank you guys for staying tuned in. Shout out to Miss
All right.
Belinda,
So
D
I haven't
Silence,
gotten them yet, Joyce. So I don't know how long ago you
Rejoice,
hit send, but I'm
Alvina,
waiting on the music to come in.
and Mello
But
in the
Do I
I
gotta
think
building.
blame Google too now?
now
Dang.
you ain't
So,
gotta
It's
blame Google, but I will do
Friday.
this
okay.
though, Joyce.
All right.
I don't know what you sent me, but in the meantime, I can do this because I'm an organized person,
And shout
right?
out to the
And by me
Melanated
being
Music
organized, I
Group
keep
in the
things
building.
in a
It's a
manner
movement.
to where it allow me to go right back to them if I need to. And I see this as a situation where I may need to. So I don't fret. I don't, spaz out about stuff um that you just adjust and adapt and we just overcome it. So that's what I'm in the process of doing right now. Is bringing that up. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. And I do have. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Here we go.
Yeah. They tried to name me, tried to frame me. People always try to put you in a box, in a corner, in a place they think you belong, just to stunt your growth, dim your light, clip your wings. But I rise, I rise, I rise above those things. But I say no to labels, I'm bigger than the name. You can never put me in. See, in order to rise, you must realize the system's chains invisible, but they control the mind. They keep our thoughts bound in dissonance, trapped even when we think we're free. But I see, yeah, I see. I'm breaking every ceiling, every silent rule they made. I'm reclaiming every piece of me they tried to take away. Don't label me, big to fit in a box. Try to stunt my growth. I rise, I don't stop. I'm bigger than the label you could ever put on me. I'm expanding past dimensions you ain't ready to see. Oh, I break the mold. I take control. I am not bound by titles or expectations. My spirit travels through higher elevations. My knowledge extends beyond years, reaching dimensions that don't exist here. I'm cosmic, chosen, deeply aligned. Not confined to your version of time. I redefine every line you drew, every limit you place. I move through. To anyone struggling with identity, remember, you are divine. You are light, even when they can't handle your shine. If your glow makes others uncomfortable, that's power. That's power. Don't label me. I'm too big to fit in a box. Stay true to yourself and give them everything you got. I'm bigger than the label you could ever put on me. I'm limitless, I'm infinite, I am everything I'm meant to be. No labels, I'm freer. I'm bigger, I'm freer. I'm bigger, I'm freer. I'm bigger, I'm freer. I'm everything they said I'd never be.
I like it. I like it, Joyce. I like it. I like it a lot. The message in itself. You can't put me in the box just because you say it don't make it true. And that message alone will help individuals to not worry about what's being said. If you focus on what you're doing, people gonna talk no matter what. That's what people do. People just gonna be people. And no matter what you do, they got a saying that say people gonna hate you for whatever you do, whether you're doing good, whether you're doing bad. Somebody always got something to say. And so that's what that song says to me and how it resonates with me. No matter what you say about me, you can't put me in the box you want me in. And I'll never conform to your judgment of me, especially if it's negative. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be who I am. I'm going to continue to be who I am. If you don't like it, then get away from me or just deal with it because you can't stop it. Because the only people can control is themselves. You can't control another person unless you got a gun to their head or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Then yeah, you probably can get some act right for that particular moment. But when you draw that gun away from them or whatever type weapon you may have in a situation, whatever you using to get them to do what you want them to do, when it's over, it's over. They do what they want to do, and that's the power of being people, individuals. So, I like it, Joyce. I like it. Anybody else want to give Joyce feedback on the jam you just heard?
I like that I've heard it before and I love the song. I think towards the end, it could have been shortened just a little bit. But other than that, I love the song. I love it. I like it. Like the words, I think it's very empowering for you to take back the narrative. So I like it. I love it.
Shout out to Rejoice, better known as Jazzy Joyce, always known as Shy Girl. Memoirs of Shy
Yeah,
Girls. Peace and love.
that was my storytelling bag. And you know what I will notice though, just replying, when you telling a story, I noticed that if you really want to get everything that you want out, I've been finding it to be a little longer. I don't know about anybody else that kind of have motivational. Like for me, I write a lot too, y'all. Y'all just don't know. I'm a writer first. So I get what you're saying, Alvina. It will go long if you get all my words in there for sure.
I was talking about like at the end the instrumentals. The very no, the words. I love the words. Talking about the end, the closing of it. Like a mic drop to me would have made it perfect, but I still like it either way. I love it.
Well, I thought it was excellent. I could relate to the lyrics more so than anything. Every word that was spoken, I felt, I've experienced, so I could resonate with the lyrics overall. I don't think instrumentally, um, Joyce, you have control over the music or the sound through Suno. I don't know. But I just thought overall, the message that was put out there, it was, I thought it needed to be heard. It's definitely relatable to me and I'm sure to others.
Definitely
You
relatable.
know, I
Yeah.
notice when you do songs like that, that they are a little longer, but I don't find any problem with it because because you're trying.
Did you mute yourself, Miss Belinda?
Yeah, Miss Belinda, you muted yourself right in the middle of you talking.
Oh shoot!
We we both got muted because I had my mic open and it muted.
What the last thing y'all heard?
That anytime that you create those type of songs, they tend to be longer, but you don't mind, and then it took your voice.
Yeah, then I don't remember nothing I said after that. Oh, okay. Yeah, because you don't want it to sound like everybody else. I mean, because the Suno music can start to sound like uh, everybody else's music. So when you put a little change in there
Absolutely.
and try to change up and make it sound different, it's going to do and it's going to be a little bit longer. Uh, this generation is not used to long music because Donna Summers did a song that was 20 minutes long. So we used to that. We used to it being short, and we're used to being long. So I don't have any problem with the how long it is, just as long as it's giving me a message and it's not uh, what I'm gonna say. What the old people say, tomfoolery. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, and degrading and cussing and people, like stuff like that. That's just what I say. That's it.
Well, we do
I got
live
a
in the
whole
microwave.
cussing song, Miss Belinda. I got a whole cussing song for you.
Mhm.
Send it to you. I got your email.
Well,
Well,
we do
Miss
live in a
Yeah,
microwave
cup.
society, and in this microwave society, then songs now are like 2.5 minutes, um, anywhere between 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes. That's what you get now. I do agree with Miss Belinda. To me, the reason for that is depending on what type of song it is. An R&B song to me should never be 2.5 minutes, because if it's 2.5 minutes or anything, then you lose the art of songwriting. And what I mean by songwriting, not the actual lyrics, but the structure of the song. A lot of times when we had these longer songs, it was because the way it was structured, meaning chorus, verse, chorus, verse. And then what most people don't utilize anymore is the bridge. A lot of times the bridge would have been the catchiest part of the song. And then you go into an outro, and then you might have a piece of an instrumental that plays in the song, which extends the song. Now, if we didn't have those artists doing it that way, actually structuring songs right, then today's music wouldn't be what it is because a lot of today's music is being sampled from those older songs that gave you the instrumentation, that gave you the structure of the song. It allowed you to be able to sample what you heard because they gave you instrumentation as well as singing to make a complete song. So now some songs are I wouldn't say they're not complete, but they're not of what came before. So me, I try to implement both, a bit of both. And even if I have shorter verses, I still want to have a bridge. I still want to structure the song the way a song should be structured. It may not be as long because I'm not using 16 bars. I might use 4 bars or extend a 4 bar. I might do a 6 bar instead of an 8 bar. But it's still going to be structured properly so you can get a full song opposed to just getting into the song and then it goes up. So that's what I see a lot of nowadays is a lot of songs are being structured shorter. They're limited the verses, but the meat and potatoes sometimes is not there. The message is not weighing enough. So then it just go rolls off as okay. Nah, it's all right, but nah, I wouldn't play it. And you hear people say things to that nature. Anybody else would like to play their music? Do so
I
at this
do have
time.
some longer songs too. I have like my longer songs that I have are like the ones where I talk about like serious issues and topics. So I get what you're saying about that.
hmm So, would you like to play one, Alvin? Would you like to play one of your
Um,
songs?
Queen has my song called Prophecy, so she can send that to you. I don't have your email.
Oh no, I'm not
All right.
sending. I'm actually recording. So if you can't play
Okay.
it yourself, then you can send it to
Hold on.
Philo's
Yeah, I'm
email.
gonna put my email in the chat for her.
Okay.
I don't
I'm
have
gonna
a
put in the
chat.
chat. Oh, you
I
don't
don't
have
have
a
a
chat?
chat. No. I'm sorry, I don't have a chat today. I feel so horrible when I don't have a chat.
Well, I
I
mean,
bet.
that's all of us. So we gotta just kind of go with the flow because this is a cipher, and the purpose of the cipher is to keep the music and the reviews going. So Philo will go ahead and share his email if that's because we've come to the conclusion that the email works best. So if female can, I mean, if Philo can get the email out to you, then we can kind of keep moving around the room. If Mello has anything that he wants to share or can share from his PTR, you're open to do that. And we can just kind of keep going around the room. Miss Belinda, if you have something else while she's sharing, or Philo, if you want to share something while Alvina is getting hers together. Right now in the cipher, we have Belinda and then Joyce and then Alvina and then Philo. So we
hmm
can
Okay.
just kind of go
So
off
can I
of
get the
that for
email?
now.
Yeah, I put it. I put in the chat, but I give it
I
to you
don't
right
have it.
now because
Okay.
I know you don't have a chat. So let me just give it to you if you ready to type it.
Yeah, I got my message up.
Okay, it's fresh. Fresh. Take Take Philo Phelo at gmail.com. That's fresh take philo at gmail.com.
Okay, I have something to play while she's getting her stuff
Okay, your
ready.
picture popped up.
Okay.
People think it's just four walls, a roof, an address. But home is where somebody knows your name, where somebody waits for you, where somebody says, I'm glad you made it back. Some of us lost that long before we lost the building. Morning finds me chasing shadows, searching every unfamiliar street, carrying yesterday upon my shoulders, walking miles on tired feet. Every doorway tells a story, every window holds a light. Somebody's laughing over dinner while I pray to make it through tonight. I'm stranded without a home, still believing I don't walk alone. Though the road feels so long, hope keeps whispering, just hold on. I've learned kindness wears no uniform. Sometimes strangers become family. One small smile can feel like shelter. One warm meal restores dignity. More than every label, more than every circumstance. Don't mistake my broken moment for the measure of who I am. If you've never wondered where you'll sleep, you've already been blessed. If you've never counted your last few dollars, wondering whether to eat or stay warm, you've already been blessed. Sometimes the strongest people are carrying burdens nobody ever sees. So before you judge, choose compassion. Even in the darkest midnight, stars still shine above the pain. Every tear becomes a river. Every prayer calls out your name. Lift me higher, give me courage, open one more door. I'm stranded without a home, but I'm richer than I've ever known. I still got faith inside. Hope walks with me, side by side. One more sunrise, one more chance. Grace keeps teaching me how to stand. One day, this won't be my story anymore. One day, I'll unlock a front door, place my keys on a table, sit in my own chair, and whisper, I made it. Until then, I'll keep believing that tomorrow still has my name on it.
you ain't gonna let us hear the rest of it, Belinda? Was is that your version of the mic drop? You just muted it out on.
How I get muted?
Yeah.
I didn't
You
even know
know,
I
'cause
had got muted.
yeah, yeah, that was your version of the mic drop. Like y'all done heard enough. Let me, okay, yeah, drop mic. Um,
I didn't know it
She
was
said,
muted.
I'm gonna keep y'all waiting for more. You ain't getting this
yeah.
saxophone.
I didn't know it was muted. I must have fell asleep there for a minute.
Now
Mm,
I'm gonna tell you what I like about the music. Number
Miss
one,
Belinda
it
is
gives
so
me
cute. I love me
that
some Miss
song right there
Belinda.
gave me a Mariah Carey feel. Me personally, it gave me a Mariah Carey. It gave me the structure of a song. It gave me the instrumentation. It gave me even when you talking in the beginning of it, talking at the end of it, and then you had the instrumentation, but everything was in the pocket, and
Shout
then
out
it
to
has that
Philo the Great
same
with the
message.
music
It even
reviews.
piggyback on Joy. Joy said, "Don't put me in the box. Don't label me." You even had a line in that song that talked about being labeled. So when I hear these lyrics, when I'm listening, because I'm listening, I just don't hear. I listen, and when I listen to what's being produced, what's being created, what's being delivered, then again it lines up with the message. So if I was to ever meet you, I would expect you to be like the music you're creating. That's what I just not ever knowing you, not ever being in your presence, just from the music that I'm hearing, I would expect to get that from you if I was ever in your presence because you're making this type of music. And
Shh.
so I'm really digging the music. I'm really like, okay at all. And because what it shows me is that Suno and any other AI software is groundbreaking. The reason why I call it groundbreaking because now you allow people, no matter your age, no matter if you ever took a music class, no matter if you don't know how to play an instrument, it doesn't matter if you never recorded a song in the studio before to share what they have in them. And a lot of times that goes further than the commercial music we get because a lot of them are in a box. A lot of them have to follow a trend of what sells. They can't do nothing new. Why? Because you doing that might lower the sales. People want this from you. This is what made us money. So now when they evolve or elevate or level up as a person, a lot of times the label won't allow us as consumers to go on the journey of the elevation of the artists that we love because they don't know if that's going to sell records. A lot of times artists end up going independent to put that type of music out when they have elevated, when they want to try something new, when they want to experiment with a different sound, because sometimes the labels won't get behind that. So that's why I call the AI software groundbreaking because it don't matter your background, it
Thank
don't
you
matter your
guys.
age. If you feeling something and you can write something or program something, type a prompt in, say I want a song this way, that way, then you can possibly get something that can resonate with the world. And that's what I'm loving about the AI software that is being utilized and the creations I'm hearing today. I really think it's dope. Anybody else want to comment on that? Anybody else? Anybody else? Before
I
we
do. I
play our
thought
favorite
that
song.
made me feel sexy. It made me feel all types of things. It made me feel. I really like your music, Miss Belinda. I like the instruments. I like the words. I loved it. I don't have
Thank you
any
guys
critique on
so
that.
much for tuning
Yeah,
into
if
part one of AI
I
Artist
was
Cypher
this
and Music Reviews with
was
Queen
a
Black
lady.
Radio and
She
Philo
was
the Great
sitting on the
on
sidewalk and
Fanbase
she
Hidden
was out
Gems
there screaming.
Behind AI.
And I guess she had nowhere to go. So I was asking her, did she need some help? And she, because I live in
Stay tuned to
LA
more AI artist Cypher
area.
and music
So there
reviews
are a lot of
with
homeless
Philo and
people
Queen
here.
Black Radio.
And
It's a
so
movement. Black Roots Radio
that's where
Station
that came from,
202.1, The People Station.
from
It's
her,
a
from that black
movement.
woman,
Later will be great
the
time.
anguish
Mm.
that she was going through because